Canal 3 de Televisión presenta Domingo, un programa tradición en el sur de Texas, con música.
Esa voz inolvidable de nuestro gran amigo, el desaparecido Luis Alonso Muñoz. I mean, I hear his voice and it just breaks me up here, man, because he did so much for South Texas. We miss him, and I hope that his family, if they're watching, know that he is loved and beloved by all of us who were fortunate enough to call him friend and be near him and embrace the professionalism that he brought to our industry. Speaking of professionalism and our industry, no one more synonymous than Cecilio Garza, who has been in the music industry since day one, almost, of your life, ¿verdad? Empezaste con la música desde que estabas de chiquito.
Well, I started kind of young in high school, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
In high school, and I was fortunate to play with a lot of top-notch musicians, sure. You know, and I learned quite a bit from them and stuff. So I'm just fortunate and happy to be here again.
Absolutely.
After, you could say, full circle, because Corpus, we love Corpus. Mm-hmm. I mean, this was one of our favorite places to play, aquí en Corpus. Sí. La gente, no por nada, no quiero ofender a los demás gentes, donde quiera, but Corpus is a special place for me, and I'm glad to be here. And talking about that music that you all just played there,
yes,
that was our music back in the 70s.
That
they used
the
for
Kasinos.
For this domingo-live.
Yes.
And I knew Domingo myself. Sí, I knew him. Yo le daba a ride every now and then. I'd give him a ride here and there. You know, pero le gustaba un poquito chupe, ¿verdad? Bueno, estamos hablando cosas verdaderas.
Sí, cómo no.
But anyway, well, here we are, and thank you for having me.
Man, and now you are, I understand you're passing along your knowledge, your experience to the younger generations. You're teaching conjunto.
You know, after I kind of semi-retired de Los Kasinos for a while there, I went to school. I went to teach school. Ya había ido al colegio a few years. I went to teach the conjunto music en La Joya ISD. Es un distrito allá donde empezó los conjuntos. Ahí empezaron, aside of Benny Layton, ahí empezaron los conjuntos. The mariachi started there back in the 80s in La Joya. And then I was, like in 2002, I went to work there. Y empezamos, with the help of some of the administration, empezamos los conjunto festivals, empezamos el Big Squeeze competition, the kids, which some of our kids came out national champs. And you know, did that for 20 years.
It's absolutely fascinating that a lot of these districts, these school districts, have integrated the cultural music, conjunto, mariachi,
they
of course.
They found out that es lo que quiere la gente, es la cultura de la gente. How can you leave it? I mean, it wasn't that easy when we started doing this, porque había mucha gente que no le gustaba, que era música de la cantina y que de la labor. So what? That's who we are. Yeah, I'm proud, you know, raised as a migrant. Y me crié, it's a good thing. My mother was a very accomplished piano player. I learned a lot when I was young. Sure. Y mi papá tenía cantinas. So ahí yo, when I was a kid, pues ahí oía la alegre de Terán and all that kind of stuff. So I learned from, you know, I got a little bit of everything there.
Sure, absolutely.
So maybe later on, because we're doing some, thanks to Lori and Ritza that you have, that's my granddaughter you have behind the camera here.
Yes,
Thank
exactly.
you for having her. They're doing a docu-series. I'm getting some of my old students de la escuela, and we're doing little films and going back cuando comenzaron ellos conmigo and where they are now. Some of them are very famous now.
Sure.
Some of those kids.
Amazing? Isn't that amazing?
So when they get them, los topo, oh man, I had such a good time with them, and they gave me the idea, won't you do something with them? And I've told a few of them, and everybody loves it. They're all ready to do it. So we're going to be doing something like that.
It is absolutely fascinating how music touches everyone's lives in one way or another. And Cecilio, you've got a new album that you're working on right now.
We're working on it thanks to Crispy Critter Rodriguez, Chris from 281.
Yes,
he's been very helpful and helping me organize my old music. We got old music, we got new music. In fact, we're gonna do a song that's never been heard, ahorita, hopefully. we're gonna do it
Yes.
in a little bit.
Absolutely.
So
No, we're looking forward
we'll
to
see,
that.
but hopefully maybe by the end of the year we'll have a new album out with old and new stuff.
And we're so looking forward to that. It's great to have you back on Domingo Live, and of course that you are continuing on tu música, but at the same time inspiring the younger generations to look and to embrace at our culture, and that's amazing.
Well,
Con eso te digo todo.
I'm glad that I can still do it. You know, pues puros dolores por aquí por allá, Rudy, pero
¿Cómo no?
pues,
Pero-
¿qué le hacemos? Aquí
Sin-
andamos como quiera.
sin dolor no avanzamos, como quiera, como quien dice.
Well,
Pero
the good Lord got us here we got a bigger purpose, and we're gonna continue doing what we're doing till, you know what I mean.
amen, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Cecilio, thank you so much
Okay,
for coming.
thank you. Thank you for having me.
Can't wait to hear your song here coming up in a few
Órale.
minutes. So we're going to go to break. We'll be right back with more Domingo Live. Más entretenimiento y más información after this. Stick around.